welcome to a surprise live stream from River Horse. It's been a bit of a while, and we've sort of moved into a bit of a new setup, and we're basically doing a bit of a technical test, see that everything works, that you can see us, that you can hear us, and yeah, we thought we'd take this opportunity to not only do sort of that technical part, but also to basically go through some of the stuff that we've been up to since we last stopped live streaming.
When was that? I mean, it's been a long time. When
yeah.
was the last live stream?
Well, there was a big old thing that happened that kind of stopped us from being in the same room for about 2 years.
Yes. There's an invisible screen here, of course.
Yeah. We sort of kind of gave it a bit of a pause during the pandemic, and well, we haven't stopped working, we haven't stopped making stuff, but we thought that with sort of things getting a little bit more back to normal, that we'd be able to start doing this a bit more sort of regularly, either every week or every other week, and talk to you guys about what's been happening at River Horse, keep you updated on our latest projects, and yeah, just interact with the community. So
so this one was unannounced. We just went pretty much on, see what works, learn how everything works again after all this time, check the equipment, and so from next time we'll give you some warning so you can hopefully join us.
Yeah, so if you are there, mysterious viewer, well done for being eagle-eyed and quick off the mark. And if you want to throw questions into the Facebook question chat bit, then our beautiful assistant Chris will be able to pick those up and huck those across to us, no problem. And you should be keeping an eye on sound and things like that, and generally making sure that we're not just speaking into a void.
But to be fair, we not telling anybody this is happening is not it's not the best way to get an audience, but yeah, we'll try. We'll be optimistic.
We're keeping our fans on their toes.
It's my phone silent. No, what's phone silent?
So yeah, what have we been up to? What have we done?
No, was it 2019 the last time we spoke?
Yeah, so
a few things have happened.
Well, this is pretty much a pile of a load of the things that have happened. I thought, yeah, it was quite fun putting it together as a sort of a big old pile of stuff, and it's actually not in the order that we've been doing it, but we have just like running through. We've released the second in our sort of adventure game series, the Dark Crystal adventure game.
I'll be the beautiful assistant.
Yeah, we should actually, if we do want to do close-ups.
Try the closing camera.
Yeah, we can.
Ooh.
Oh,
that's very.
It shows off parts of our office that perhaps we would want less shown off, but you know how.
Down here.
Yeah.
Okay, the light will
there we
like
go.
this. There we go.
Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, so this is the Dark Crystal adventure game, which has been an absolute labour of love and has come out beautifully. It's sort of 300 pages. It's similar in sort of layout to our Labyrinth adventure game, but with even crazier tricks. We've got fold-out pages, we've got transparent pages,
see if I can find
we've got an epic adventure. It's way more sort of open world than the Labyrinth was, and sort of more what you'd probably expect from a traditional RPG. There's exploration, there's monsters to battle, there's puzzles to solve, and
beautiful artwork.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff. And I can't really speak much about. We are doing some stuff on this in secret at the moment, which hopefully in a video we'll be able to sort of run another live stream, and I can delve into sort of what we've been doing. A bit of interesting digital content coming out for this this project that I'm really looking forward to.
Yes, watch the net.
Indeed, in conjunction with World and
let's close with this. Fantastic. In conjunction with
World and who are an absolutely awesome company. You should check out their stuff. Okay, so that's
just look at the map. Crystal book.
That's
of course.
Yeah, no, it's an absolutely beautiful product. We do have there's videos online of us sort of going through with sort of not me just holding a phone camera, but a bit of wonderful sort of photography. And in fact, I actually have a couple of the photos from our latest.
The author as well.
Me?
Yeah,
yeah, so we worked with Janet Forbes of World Anvil fame, hence why we're doing something clever with World Anvil, and myself to bring this to you, and a load of guest authors in there as well. Loads to talk about in that. We will talk about it. We're going to not stop talking about it, but we will save most of that for an upcoming video. I think for a lot of these, that'll be like.
Yes, today is a little bit of everything, just to get back into the motion, and then we'll do single episodes on each product, I think, and go in depth. So today is a bit of a sprinkle of hey, look at all this stuff.
Yeah, so
2 years of stuff.
You can see these photos on our website at riverhorse.eu, and if you find the sort of Dark Crystal in the shop, then all of these photos are in the gallery. I'll only show off sort of a couple of them there. Sort of wonderful pictures of the stuff all close up and shot beautifully. So check that out if you like beautiful books. Speaking of beautiful books, we made the Compendium of Equestria. I think that was during lockdown.
Yeah, I mean, it won Best Supplement.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Was it 2021, right? At the UK Game Expo.
It won. The I don't know how well that
This one.
shows
I'll
up on
bring it
camera.
to you.
The Compendium of Equestria,
To the left.
winner of the best role-playing game expansion at the UK Games Expo. So
2021.
yeah, we're very chuffed with that last year, and looking forward to Games Expo just around the corner for us as well this year. So that's the Compendium of Equestria. It's a beautiful sort of update to loads of Tales of Equestria stuff. It's got new creatures, it's got new playable races, it's got loads of stuff to help you sort of create your own stuff in that world. And yeah, it brings everything sort of up to the finale of Tales of Equestria, the last few seasons. There's even some sort of fan-made content that's got in there. And yeah, it's a real sort of love letter to the series, and it's really
Including our own characters.
yeah, it was quite nice to sort of put a bow and like just do a load of the stuff that we'd always sort of wanted to do, and fill out the world. And it's been really well received, and it's lovely that it's been loved. But again, we'll probably talk about that in future live streams.
Yes.
And this time is full speed ahead onto some of the other stuff that we've been up to.
Yeah,
So I think the next three are probably in sort of fairly quick succession.
Yeah, they're all basically expansion of our Henson line, and what we decided to go into, because I mean, if you remember, we did double with chess earlier in the history of River Horse, and this time we've gone for a Labyrinth chess set. So it's based obviously on the movie Labyrinth, and it features on one side a normal chessboard with chess armies. On the reverse of the board, there's actually a mini Shuro, which is effectively
Which is an old
harks back to
one of
our
our
old.
first. In fact, was it our first?
Yeah, Shuro was the first product we ever made. So mini Shuro is a condensed version of Shuro, which you can use. You can play with the pieces that you have in the chess set. So basically, it's like a normal chessboard, and at the back also a little mini game that you use. You can use the contents of the box. Where the rules are here on this code that you can just download and go to our website and get the rules, which are tiny. I mean, half a page of rules. Here we go. So
And also the rules for chess, if you don't know how to play chess.
those are much longer than the rules for mini Sure, yes. So this was the kind of the going back to the chess moment. But then we thought, we had done puzzles in the past, but based on the Frank Frazetta artwork. We also thought, well, Johnny Fraser Allen has done some amazing artwork for the boards of both our Labyrinth and our Dark Crystal board games. So we actually took the board artwork, and made puzzles that use the same artwork as in the background of the board. Obviously, it doesn't have the all the elements of the board, like the squares and the all different more gaming sections of it. It's literally just the artwork, and it's beautiful, and it makes very, very interesting, challenging puzzles. I think both of them.
Kristen says thank you for making all of Tales of Equestria.
Oh. He's more than welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for following.
Or she's more than welcome. But yeah, no, it's been wonderful working on that project, and yeah, wonderful to sort of been a part of it, really.
It is still
one
of our strongest.
And I would stay tuned because we have some interesting things that might be interesting to people who like Tales of Equestria.
Yes, it is. But not quite straight away.
Yeah. Teasers at the end.
Also, we have the Labyrinth version of the puzzle. So there's two 1,000 pieces puzzles. The David Bowie this one you can also play a game on, as you can play after you assemble it. You can try to spot the 5 faces of the Goblin King that are disguised and kind of hidden in the actual elements of terrain. So yeah, there you go. You have a challenge there as well. Ooh, and remaining on the Labyrinth thing, maybe you want to talk about this one since your baby.
Yeah, so this is one of the oddest and most fun Labyrinth projects I've worked on. Is the Ready Steady But Worm board game. So this is a crazy betting game where you each take the mantle of goblins in the labyrinth betting on worm racing. So the whole board, as you can see here, is completely circular and sort of made of 3 rings. And every sort of turn, the rings might move and change, and the labyrinth itself might sort of walls will be in different places. So you're basically trying to bet on which worm is going to sort of make their way out first. It's kind of a wackier camel up, I'd say. That's sort of like betting on the outcome of these worms. But then you also have a bit of influence over how they move and which one's going to sort of come out on top. And that's been a fun, wacky project. So if you're looking for something family friendly and just crazy bit of fun, then that one's definitely one to work on.
Well, it's very wholesome. It's got nice bright artwork done by Chris, and there's got these cards that allow you to play tricks on other players, which is good fun. It also has an Alexa function, depending on the territory you guys are in, as in the UK, in the US particularly. These should work, and it should give you, basically there are cards that allow you to build more, to expand the game and give you more variability to the game itself, and we can add and change what those cards do in the future. So yeah, worm, ready, steady, worm.
Ready, steady, worm. And then we have next up this is getting a bit closer to the future projects rather than the stuff that's sort of come out in the last couple of years. We have Nolly, which I thought would be quite fun to not delve too far into it and just read the opening intro text.
Sure. Yeah, we can read that.
And you may, I don't know if you want to put on your thickest Italian accent. Or
I can try to put the accent. Little intro. Nolly is a real place. It's a little village in Italy, on the coast, near Genoa, between Genoa and the coast in Monaco in France, so on the Riviera. And it was a, well, shall I read the text then? Let's see what this says. Shall I read it in my Italian accent, and you can read it in a proper English accent, I guess. So, it goes as follows. Nolly. In the Middle Ages, the accent. In the Middle Ages, Nolly was a... No, it's terrible. Why don't you read it in a proper... No, it would be almost impossible to understand. In fact.
In the Middle Ages, Nolly was a flourishing maritime town under the benevolent patronage of the powerful Republic of Genoa. This sun-baked fishing community has a rich history of independence, commerce and competition. Every September, in order to determine the fishing rights for the following fishing season, the Gozzi, a typical Ligurian fishing boat, of the 4 districts of Birgu, Chiasa, Mena and Portello, my pronunciation is going to be all over the place, run a regatta along the path of 1,600 metres on fractions of 400 metres between the buoys. Not satisfied with this single form of competition, the merchant families of each district compete with each other to build tall red brick towers as a display of their wealth. Their edifices to success give the town of Nolly its distinctive look, though no merchant tower can hope to match the proud castle atop Monte Orsino, whose constant vigilance and defensive walls protect Nolly from the raids of the Saracens and the assaults of envious neighbouring towns.
That's right. It's all, all historical, and we turned it into a fun game. And like you said, it's probably better if we do a full episode on this.
Oh yeah, we're going to do deep dives. We're going to do we'll do live plays. We'll get that one out in front of reviewers, and it'll be a whole thing. And we're really looking forward to getting that one out there and in the public.
In the meantime, have a look at Nolly on, if you Nolly on Google, you'll find a place and you can see what it looks like. And the game is based on that real place.
Next up, we have something we've been working on with a Mexican company called Draco, which, oops, that's our stream information. Should not show you that. A company called Draco, and they have been working with us to create a brand new board game called Dragon Bond Lords of Valar, or Vala, depending on your point of view. And yeah, this is a 4-player game where 2 of the players take on the mantle of mighty dragons, and the other 2 players take on the role of generals. So sort of half of the players are kind of playing this territory control sort of risk type dudes on a map strategy game, whereas the other half of the players are playing as dragons who just want to burn stuff down and steal power and fight each other in the skies. Part of the unique part of this game and the world of Dragon Bond, which you'll probably be hearing a bit more about from Riverhorse in the future, is that it has this sort of connection between humans and the mortal races, not just humans, and dragons called the Dragon Bond. So during this game, you're all independent players, but at any point during the game, you might end up allied with one of the dragons, or the dragons might end up allied with one of the generals, and sort of create this bond, and suddenly you're this allied team, so you have a general and his mighty armies backed up by this giant, terrifying lizard. And so it's a game, takes probably a couple of hours to play, lots of strategy, dice rolling, and all that fun stuff. So it's a really unique take on sort of your strategy genre. Tons of plastic getting thrown into that that box, and it has already funded on Kickstarter. This happened last year, so if it's the sort of thing that interests you and you don't really like the risk of Kickstarter, then there is no risk. You can go straight ahead, and I think that's going to print fairly soon. So hopefully that will be with us and in the real world at some point in the near future. So that one's going to look real cool. Loads of really cool miniatures and awesome artwork, double-sided board, and yeah, just wonderful stuff. So if you want more information on that, feel free to head over to Kickstarter and check out the page and just see all of this stuff. As I said, I'm not going to dive into like bits and bobs right now. We're just going to push ahead and talk about something very exciting.
And even more exciting.
So this one, we're not going to say very much. I think all we're going to do is show you a few characters from the game, a few characters of one race in the game that we're working on. I'll leave it up to Alessio whether we're going to even mention like the type of game that it will be.
No,
Or we can just show the artwork.
Just the artwork.
And you guys can maybe make your guesses.
Yes,
And,
I think that.
tell us in the comments what game you think it's going to be.
Super teasing.
And we're really excited about this project. It's early days yet, but we're planning on being like. I'll sort of preface it, I guess. I may as well show them as I'm talking. Here we go. Here's part of one of the characters. And what's really interesting about this project is we do a lot of sort of licensed things, which is really fun. But what it often means is that it is sometimes difficult for us to talk about projects whilst we are in the middle of working on them, because of outside approvals and things like that. So we can get really excited about a project, but have difficulty in actually sort of sharing stuff with you guys. What's interesting about this project is it's an IP sort of very close to our hearts, and it's ours. We are creating this IP and this world specifically for this game, and we're really excited about that, not only because it's going to be absolutely awesome. Some of the art, I'm showing you just a little bit of it here, some Diplodocuses from the game. Not only sort of is it going to look beautiful, but what I hope is we are going to be able to show you new stuff, cool new artwork, cool new ideas as we talk more and more about the game and it gets more and more sort of fleshed out and real. And we can take you with us sort of every step of the way and take on your feedback and show you all of the cool stuff, build up that engagement, and just talk about it. It's fun to talk about what we're working on, and that's what this live stream's all about. And looking forward to making that sort of happen even more. And just to go back to these, I absolutely love these Diplodocuses.
I do love Diplodocus.
Yeah, well, this one, so tall that it doesn't quite fit on the page.
You'll find this is not a Diplodocus, there would be a lot of that. I think this is a Brontosaurus. Oh no, it's an Allosaurus.
Yeah, this is for our perfectly accurate dinosaur-based game. So we've got the two-headed Diplodocus is so cool, and of course the sage.
Enough.
That's enough. I can't look at these pictures for any longer without starting to try and explain and talk about them and do anything like that. But we're not going to. What we are going to do is close out the show, I think. Yes. Unless you have any exciting other things to say.
No, absolutely not. I think we have a lot of stuff to talk through, and hopefully we'll keep these live streams going regularly so we can delve into more detail on all the projects. I am really looking forward in demonstrating the regatta in this one. But let's resist the temptation and close this.
Yeah, so we're going to talk to you guys a bit more and look forward to seeing you next week.
Speak later.